Hi everyone. I'm here to share my consciousness regarding consumerism. Who we are and where we are leading in the world of consumerism. As we define it, consumerism is the protection and promotion of the interests of the consumers. We are all consumers. What we buy, what we eat, what we use, our leisures, our hobbies, the taxes that we pay in our government. It's part of our consumerism. Consumerism is influenced by two factors, which is your ambition and your desires. And under these two factors they also have some factors leading to those factors. In ambition, you have your technological changes, you have your social factors, economic and political. In desires, you have to look at many factors here. You have your physiologic needs, geographical needs, economic, social, psychological, moral and religion, scientific needs, habits and fashion, publicity or your advertisements, education, distribution of income, political situation, and industrial position. The distribution of income and industrial position is directly related, because most of us, the higher our position in the industry, the more income we get. And the more income we get, we tend to think of things that we can buy. What are the things that we can buy since we are improving our income? Habits and fashion, that girls would relate to that. Shopping, clothes, accessories. Who would not love those if you're a woman? Our scientific growth, and our world is evolving, and our needs globally are also changing, and science are trying to adapt on those global needs that we have. And the rest are self-explanatory, especially geographical. I live in a temperate climate, and I need clothes for winter, I need clothes for spring and for summer, unlike those tropical countries that I only need less for sunny and rainy days. That's it. So these are the factors that influence your consumerism. And as you can see, consumerism is high or even higher for places that is progressive, the second world and the first world countries. The consumerism in those areas is very high. The progress is also very high. But what happens here is your compassion is lower because of the high consumerism, and your logical input is higher too. So there's an imbalance happening here because of the influence of consumerism. One of the principles that inspires me is the principle of the 3-bar stools. The 3-bar stools represent the standards or the ideas on how you'll be able to run a company that is economical, sustainable, and with integrity. The 3-bar stools each bar represents the company's interest, the workers or the employees' interest, and the service to the people. Those are the facets that you need to look at in order to maintain a sustainable company. Because if you know how to take care of your people, these people will take care of the company. And if you know how to take care of your employees, they will take care your clients. they will maintain a good integrity of their service towards the clients. So this is how the 3-bar stool principle is about. With respect to geological standpoint, I like to show you a comparison, simple comparison of United States to the Philippines. I use New York as an example because I'm living here in New York, and I've witnessed the psychosocial patterns of New York versus the Philippines, which is my country of origin. The difference of both: New York is aggressive, is highly progressive, and is highly logical. Because this is where the center of trade is. And it's like a dog eats dog world. And the Philippines is a little bit laid back. Progression is kind of slower than New York. But people are highly intuitive. That's what I've noticed. Than logical. Sorry to say. And these factors were influenced, or this phenomenon was influenced by the geomagnetic field versus our psychosocial patterns. Those geomagnetic field manifest on our psychosocial patterns. That's why it happens. And there's this group of geologists, the Global Coherence Initiative, which I've learned from watching Gaia under Greg Braden's Missing Link. These people, the group of geologists, they listen to the Earth's energetic system. They measure the geomagnetic frequencies. Because they found out that the geomagnetic frequencies of the Earth embraces our Earth's core to prevent destruction. So the electromagnetic field that we are sharing, and when it mixes up with the electromagnetic field of the Earth, has something to do to preserve the Earth itself, which is kind of amazing from a scientific standpoint. And these geologists measured, they have a device to check from the geomagnetic field of the Earth from time to time. And they found out that the more compassionate the population of a certain place, the higher the geomagnetic frequency is present on that certain area or country. Because you see that. So this is like the pattern of the graph of measuring of a good geomagnetic field level versus the bad one, which is erratic. So this is your Earth, this is our Earth, and we have geomagnetic frequencies to look at. And we also have electromagnetic field that combines with the electromagnetic field of the Earth. And this is how it looked like. It's coming from the heart and brain harmony, which I discussed with my previous video of unconsciousness. And this is how it looked like. Your heart energies and your brain energies combined. It's vertical and it's toroidal. So, my point is, regarding consumerism, we cannot survive in a dog eats dog world. And this earth will be more sustainable if we apply the rule of cooperation, of helping one another. Not the Darwinian theory of survival of the fittest or survival of the strongest, which means if you're the strongest, you will destroy people lower than you. But rather, when you find yourself you are strongest, you help those who are struggling to survive. That's how we survive here on earth, collectively as humans. And with the parallels of the Bible regarding consumerism, it says as Matthew 6 verses 19 to 21, "Do not lay up yourselves treasure on earth, where moth and rust destroy and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where the treasure is, there your heart will be also." The question is, in this 21st century era of consumerism, where your heart is? What's in your heart? What are your driving force here on earth to thrive in the world of consumerism? Are you driven by greed? Or are you driven by integrity? Do you believe in the concept of cooperation? Or you would rather practice the virtue of survival of the strongest? These are the words that I want to leave for most of you guys, especially New Yorkers, my fellow New Yorkers. Where is your heart? This is Dion Chua, signing off.